What does it say?
What?
Early.
Still reading it.
Well, read it out loud and see what it says.
Should I start from the beginning then? Or?
Sure.
Okay. Early Berry Wood Mark 1 knife.
This was to give people who might be interested when I was walking around.
Oh, advertising.
Yes.
So, should I continue reading it?
Yes, yes.
The knife offered was purchased new by me in December 1972. I have carried it every day in my pants pockets since, as a rule. Okay, I have a hard time speaking loud, but
It's okay.
I have carried it every day in my pockets since. As a rule, nothing else was in the same pocket with the knife. It has been used sparingly and sharpened, but not abused. I have the original bill of sale, the original plastic box, the price tag, and the original Berry Wood literature that came with the box. The serial number is 1036. As soon as I bought it, I had my name engraved on it. A few months after I bought the knife, I was in Armand Swenson. How do you pronounce it?
Arvid Swenson.
Swenson. Okay. Armand Swenson's shop. He liked the knife, marveled at its qualities, and then said it was not sharp enough. He then proceeded to sharpen it for me. This was the first time the knife was sharpened. For those of you who do not know, Swenson was one of the best pistol smiths in the country at the time. He was one of the leaders in developing the Colt 1911 45 auto for combat shooting. The knife is 7.5 inches long. Is that? I'm trying to get the measurements right. Is that double? Yeah, inches. So yeah, 7.5 inches long. When opened for. Okay, 7.5 inches long open, and 4 5/16 inches closed, with a 3 1/18 inch long sharpened edge of the blade. Of the blade. On close examination, the micarta scales have some small nicks and scratches. The inside of the handles show wear from opening and closing of the knife. The berry wood and the marker engravings have faded slightly. I am neither a knife collector nor a knife expert. The following is my opinion, not necessarily fact. I believe this is an early Mark I. The knife is not marked Mark I, but the literature with the knife indicates it is a Mark I. I believe the later ones were marked as Mark I knives. There is no patent number on the knife or the literature. The U.S. patent number is 3702501. The filing date was 11/20th, 1968. The publication date was 11/14th, 1972. I got a copy of the patent from www.prepatentsunline.com and the rest of the URL. To price this knife, I went to Southern California Blades Knife Collectors Club. The club has been in existence since 1979. The Berry Wood was a regular attendee when he lived in Southern California. Specifically, I talked to Roger Boss, the club secretary and a very long-term member. I have put my minimum price slightly below that suggested. How many new unused early wood knives can you find with an original box and original literature? Until you find one, this may be a real nice addition to your collection. Graham McAllister, Seal Beach.
Well, this was basically to if I was going to put it up on the internet or something. So this is the literature that came with the knife. And you see, I called him one day for some damn reason, and that's why he lived down at the beach someplace there in South Venice. But I went down. I think I actually went down to see him or something. I don't know why, but anyhow, that's how that was. Here is. Remember, I said this is the club that I had. So that's good. So you want that. This you don't want. This is just stuff. This has nothing to do with the blade. And why I've got it here. Oh, and here is, yeah, know what these are. This is the thing from the patent office. Now that's the one that's stapled. What I was doing in looking for prices, I got things on the internet, and that's why that letter was to go on the internet. If I put it on the internet, I get replies. But this is what I was looking at, and setting up the prices. So that's what those are. So, if you keep them or throw them away. It's up to you, But as I say, this was carried me for a long time. I said I didn't keep anything else in the pocket. But what I did do eventually, I would sew my pocket so that this was vertical in my pocket, and instead of sloshing around, that just made it more comfortable. It's a heavy knife. But you see, it is a great. It really is a good knife. But that's what you. Instead of putting it in my will. But this. I'm looking for. You may never use it at all, and if you want, it could find some. You've got to find somebody who's a real collector. You see in here, these people are collectors, and but this and this are worth at least $100, because no one has this. And when you actually find somebody who's got it, and it's somebody who's collecting, and they said that mostly the guy who appraised it said the engraving doesn't mean anything, except it ties it to this. So that's so anyhow, that's my. I couldn't bring you slide rules, so I brought you a knife, and when I was 7 or 8, I chewed my nails, and my father said, "You don't chew your nails for 2 weeks, and get you a jackknife." I've had a jackknife in my pocket ever since I've been little. I would lose it because as a kid you'd tumble around and the thing would fall out. So this was during the war, and I don't know if you've heard of zoot suiters. And the zoot suit with a reed pleat. They had great a jacket. It was a suit, but it had a coat that went almost to your knees. All kinds of material. The Mexicans in Los Angeles did it. The shitty Mexicans. they were the tough guys, which would be the kind of the gangs that we have around here now. They caused trouble with civil service people, and I think one weekend they sent them up from the Marines. They gave everybody a pass.